Oh, oh, there we go. Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today I kind of bring to you guys an interesting thing, more of like a question to you guys as to where you guys want to see my YouTube channel kind of go towards. I'm not going to promise you guys something and then, lie about it. Not necessarily lie, but not fulfill the promise like, a lot of the previous things I've used to do. So I kind of want to, just brief you guys with where I'm at with the YouTube channel. So I haven't produced a video in I think like 4 or 5 days. I have a reason for that. I'll explain it in a bit. But basically, the YouTube has been growing exponentially. Since I've went back to Path of Exile and even picked up other games such as even in the past Arcade, RuneScape, Tree of Savior, Skyforge. It has grown exponentially, and I'm pretty much, I guess you could say. I mean, you guys tell me what you think, really. I would like to classify myself as a variety broadcaster, mainly like the MMO genre, but, I do take a bit of everything. So, I've been playing a game recently called Tree of Savior. I'm sure quite a few of you guys are aware of it. And the reason why I haven't really produced content on it is I don't know what to produce. And the reason why is I'm always true to my word in what I do. In Arcade, I didn't start producing content for Arcade, which is the game I'm sure majority of people know me from, for about 3 months, maybe like 2 months into playing the game. I don't release half-assed content. Maybe to some people it seems half-assed because of the production value, because there's no editing involved. But I'm here to give solid facts. And unfortunately, with a game like Tree of Savior, if you don't commit hundreds of hours into the game to reach the end game, discover the meta, figure this out, etc., then you're not going to be able to produce the content for it. And I know a lot of people on the stream and even on the YouTube have been seeking that out from me, and it's very hard to deliver content like that because that's the content I want to deliver, but that's not the content I can deliver. So I think I'm kind of curious as to where I want to go with this. So for people who don't know, I set up a business email quite a few, like maybe like 6 months ago or so, and I often get a lot of requests in my business email. It's kind of, I'll call it like spam, but it's not really spam. It's basically like, companies will send me their alpha game or their game that's in early access just to check it out. But it's mainly like a copy paste they send to a bunch of people. And normally, like, I look at these games and a lot of them are pretty crappy. But I think it might be fun, maybe once a week or something, because that's around the time I get it, to just showcase an early access game on Steam and give like a legit, honest review on it, because it's just something that slowly fills a void of this right now, how I'm stuck and I don't have anything to do. And the reason why I say this is because I don't like producing content of games I'm not playing, aka I'm not playing Path of Exile right now. I don't want to release Path of Exile content and then have to answer, the related questions on my stream and on my YouTube, because it doesn't make sense. I'm currently playing Tree of Savior / blank, and we'll see, where that's going. But I kind of just wanted to know, your guys' thoughts on it, and kind of give a little bit of a review on Tree of Savior itself. I don't want to go too much detail, but it is a very good game. But I'm scared. I'm scared that the game has the potential of, dare I say, going a bit more oriented towards pay to win. Not necessarily like you can just buy the best gear, but on the extent of just catering so much to pay for convenience that it becomes ridiculous. I've already voiced my opinion how there's a monthly subscription which you don't have to pay by any means, and you could afford it in game, which is not that expensive. But on top of that, you have things like experience tomes which stack with the token, and sure, it is only experience, but when the game is based around experience, it becomes a little questionable. And I'm just scared of the model that they have right now, where you can only run 3 dungeons a day and do 3 missions. I'm terrified by the idea of them just saying like, oh, by the way, JK, you can buy a reset and now run them again today. So that's kind of a little holding me. That's kind of part of the reason of what's holding me back from playing the game and then getting really involved in it, and kind of like what Arcade happened all over again. So we'll see. Whether or not Tree of Savior is my next big break, I don't know. It's totally up to me to decide it. If I put out, this is something I don't normally share with people, but basically, Tree of Savior at the moment is the perfect opportunity to YouTube it for anyone out there. The game's not released yet. It's about to be released. This is the most important time to produce the actual, legitimate content. So if you don't see upcoming content for the game, I'm probably not going to be playing it. And I don't really know what else is on my horizon. But I'm sad because all my friends like the game, and I want to like it, but there's just something in the back of my head that's just holding me back from it. And that's why I haven't really done any content for it. But I'm just curious to know where you guys would like to see the channel going. Like, would you guys mind if I, again, release a random game once a week? Because I think it'd be kind of fun. I think, you know, I just go through my business email and just find a game and boom, check it out. Other than that, I guess, you know, we're not going anywhere with Path of Exile. Path of Exile is kind of chilling. We're probably just going to wait for the new league. And we've been trying to find a game in between. I have posed the idea. I don't know if I'm going to go through this. I just, you know, am voicing my thoughts to you guys that if Tree of Savior does not work out, my biggest issue right now is that I don't actually have a game I play in my downtime. Like, I pretty much just play Path of Exile, and, you know, I have a new female that I've been talking with, and, you know, I really enjoy her presence. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So I wanted to have another game I play on the side, and I don't think I'm going to do this, but I did kind of miss RuneScape a lot, and I did get very into and very involved with RuneScape. And RuneScape is a great game to track your progression on. You know, in RuneScape, I can create a new character, and the whole thing about RuneScape is tracking a character's progression. So there's always that I can do. I'm not saying I will do it, but that is a backup plan as well. Other than that, I don't know. Like, I do want to play. You know, a lot of people always recommend, and I do play a lot of games on my stream. The problem is it's like if I start streaming multiple games like all the time, it just becomes very difficult as to what I'm doing, because, you know, I don't really run on a schedule. So I'm kind of just like stuck a little bit right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sad or anything. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just like, I'm confused as to where this should be going. I sound like I'm drunk right now, but I'm really not. I guess I'm just kind of speaking from the heart, you know? So I really want your honest opinions on you guys from YouTube, especially the people who don't comment. You know, if you don't want to comment, you can just send me a private message. You know, tell me what you guys think, because I'm kind of torn. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go during my downtime, because obviously, for those people who don't know, when I'm not streaming Path of Exile, I pretty much make little to no money. I don't mean this in a negative way or to scare or startle anyone. I do it strictly for my entertainment and my joy, and that's it. And that's pretty much the whole reasoning behind that. So I really want to make sure I'm giving you guys stuff that you want to watch and stuff that I want to watch at the same time, because this is basically my break time. Oh, this is if I told you this is not Binding of Isaac content anymore. This is when we were drunk. We were doing a little bit of Binding of Isaac. I actually took a shot out of a shoe. I don't know if I can find it on here, but I ended up taking a shot out of a shoe. But anyway, you know, I think I've rambled on for a little bit too much here. So I really wanted your thoughts, your opinions on you know, what you guys think. You know, what you guys think I should be doing and whatnot. So again, thank you for all the support. You guys have continued to support me throughout my entire life of YouTubing, which is, you know, basically like 3 years or so. Without you guys, I honestly would not be the person I am today. Without ArcAge, I would probably still be at home in my parents' house, because ArcAge gave me the balls and the income to actually move out. And without your guys' support and your guys' hate, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So I really do, in debt, like, leave it all to you guys. They always say, community feedback, take community feedback. I'm here looking for community feedback. So, again, thank you so much. Give you guys a pat on the back, because, you know, I'm one of the few YouTubers out there that are kind of in the works of becoming successful. I think I'm kind of successful on Twitch, but YouTube, I'm under the rock. That makes no fucking sense, but I'm nowhere yet. But I'm getting there with the help of you guys, which is astonishing, because I don't edit anything. You know, like, everything comes from my heart. If I don't see this as quality, I don't put it up. But that's pretty much going to be it for now. One thing I just did think of really fast. I didn't mean to fake end my video, but if none of this works out, I honestly might just stay on the full ARPG genre and just go with, like, go back to Grim Dawn, play it because it's an ARPG. There's some new ARPGs coming out, like, I think one of them is called like Umbra. I'm sure I could check out, like, Torchlight play. I could literally just be like the ARPG guy and just quit MMOs, and I think I'd have a lot of fun with that. So that is something to think of as well, that I've been taking into consideration, of just sticking to one genre. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you again so much. I didn't know really what to title this. I'll have to. Can we get a hashtag? If you made it to this far in the video, below your comment, like underneath it, do like a line break. Tell me what you think I should title this, because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to title it. So have a good one, boys. Thanks again, and remember, you can always catch me streaming live on twitch.tv/Pohx. And if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a like, share, and thumbs up. Even I think liking is a thumbs up, right? Have a good one, boys.